Hey everybody, I am Monty.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ronaldus.
And the first episode of the new House of the Dragon series. We've seen it. Guys, we are here. We are here. We're running a little late, I know, but we're here and we're going to give y'all this every week. We cannot. This is the biggest show out right now. I mean, they crashed the HBO servers apparently when when it came out. So it's big time. It's big time. And I got my man Ronaldus here, of course, the show regular now solidified. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got some people wanting to come on and talk about it. We're gonna get you on, but I mean, we got to start with the certifieds. I mean, a shout out. I mean, my man, of course, he's got the cross production with the hat. Appreciate that as well, bro. How you doing today, man?
Man, all is well.
Yes, sir.
God
yes,
is
sir.
good.
Yes, he is. So we're going to get into it. So first of all, we never truly gave y'all Game of Thrones was on before this show. We know this is a Game of Thrones kind of spinoff, but a prequel, if you will. But let's quickly kind of touch on GOT. Of course, it was like a show like no other. And that was the first show that you really felt like anybody could get got. And they were like nobody was safe. One of the early memes or early memes, if you will, or videos I remember on YouTube, early YouTube, was a guy watching a TV show and another guy filming him watch the TV show. And the guy was like, yo, they got my boy Ned, bro. They got my boy Ned. And I had no idea what this dude was talking about. This black dude, he's just tripping out. So I think I was maybe 2 or 3 seasons late into that. And then I realized it, and that's what it was up. So that had a reverberating effect on everybody. I consider Game of Thrones one of the top 3 shows of all time. And all this, what do you think about the original Game of Thrones? Where is it in your list? Is it top 5, top 10? What do you feel?
Yeah, I definitely would have to say top 5. It may even be, like you said, top 3. I haven't really gave that much thought as far as where, but it is definitely on one of my top show lists. Top 5. Game of Thrones was awesome. It gave you everything. It kept you on the edge of your seat. I would put it on the classification of years ago. The elders used to watch daytime soap operas.
Yeah.
And Game of Thrones was like that. Like every episode ended with you couldn't wait to the next week to see what's gonna happen.
Most definitely. Really quick, because we didn't even plan for this part, but I have to say, I was big on Arya early. I was big on her early. I didn't know what she was gonna do, but that was my girl. Big on Arya, of course. She came through. Real quick, okay, well, let me ask you this though. How did you feel about the ending? It was very controversial. A lot of people were kind of upset. A lot of people didn't like how they ended it. What was your feeling on the ending of Game of Thrones as we transition to House of the Dragon?
I wish we could have did it a different way, because those were my 2 favorite characters, Jon Snow and Daenerys.
Yeah.
On the Targaryen. So all through each season, of course, Jon Snow was my guy. Yeah. But she grew on me. I didn't know she was gonna end up like her daddy and become Mad Queen like he was Mad King. So the fact that they had to kill her off when I liked her character so much, it was kind of sad, but I still was, if I would have had to pick between the 2, I would have picked Jon Snow.
Yeah. She
come out on top.
Yeah, she turned out to be a true Targaryen. I felt like it just felt so rushed the end of the season. If you remember, it was only 6 episodes, and I was just like,
yeah,
give us 10. Like they just started condensing so many things. I put it like this. I even like the first half of it. I like the battle. I like everything leading up to the battle, but it was like after that, stuff went so fast, and I just felt they didn't land the plane. Now I'm not to the point where I heard a lot of people over exaggerate. No, they've ruined everything. It's the worst. No, it's not. We still had plenty of great moments in the season and all of that. So, maybe we'll have to give one of our top 5 moments do a show like that at one point. But we're here for House of Dragon.
Yeah, you're gonna definitely have to excuse my pronunciation of some of these names.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
I believe the boy name was Brian the Broken.
Brand
the Broken. So I love the fact that the main character that they started season 1 off with ended up at the end being the greatest of all of them.
That's right. I kind of forgot Bran ended up being king. Yeah, I forgot.
Because the whole thing started with him climbing up on the tower, overseeing two brother and sisters doing stuff they ain't had no business doing. Got pushed, got broken.
Pushed him out of
and then they ended
that's
up.
How everything. Yeah, that's how everything. But really, see, we gonna get caught up in something. But really, if you remember, it was Littlefinger. Littlefinger, he's the one that had Cat Stark's brother-in-law, who was, remember her sister was crazy, had the little boy. Mm-hmm. He got killed. That was Littlefinger did that, and that's why. That first episode, the king comes to see Ned because he wants to hit Ned the new hand because the king died. It was so crazy. Yeah, it was little. Yeah, we're gonna have to maybe just do a full-on best, worst of a show. We might have to get to that. All right. House of the Dragon. We'll catch you up. Of course, spoilers, y'all. Spoilers, you already know. We do want to recap, so I don't know why you would be watching this if you ain't seen the first episode. But if you want to just kind of get caught back up. We are now going back, so this is before Game of Thrones, and they said it's like the year 101, and so the king at the time is seeking to establish. King Targaryen is seeking to Jaehaerys is seeking to keep his lineage going, but he's lost his two sons tragically. So you know how it is a succession with kings, and so he's going to try to keep peace and keep things going by establishing his lineage right now. So you see this big thing with everybody's there. And so he can give it to his granddaughter, Rhaenys, but he does not, and he gives it to her cousin, who is Targaryen, Viserys. And so male, to keep that male line. And so we go from that to a couple years later. And the thing with Viserys is he also is trying to have a son. He has a daughter, Rhaenyra, but he's really pressing for his son. Rhaenyra is already giving me some young, Arya Stark vibes. She's already riding a dragon. We gonna see dragons, y'all. They already didn't told us that. We going back. She's giving me some heavy Arya vibes already. She about it. But there's the big pressure for the king to have a son. And then also, we get a glimpse of Prince Daemon Targaryen, who is the brother, and already he got that look. There's an initial scene with him and young Rhaenyra where he's sitting on the throne already, and they have, they seem to have a good relationship, but you can tell there's something in him. There's a great whole jousting scene that they do, and so the queen, and so I should say the queen is with child, so they're hoping it's going to be a boy. She goes into labor, a very intense scene. She ends up losing her life for the baby. The king had to choose. He chooses the baby, which is a boy. But then tragically, the male heir dies. And so the small council meets, and I'm trying to wrap this up fast, y'all. Small council meets. They try to decide. They don't want to really, a lot of people are kind of scared of Daemon because he is a really loose cannon. And so they're saying, you know what, give it to your daughter. Let's have a queen rule the throne. And so the king, we kind of end with him basically anointing her to be the next queen, the next heir. And that's basically the episode right there. So Ronaldus, I've done enough talking. What did you feel about this first episode?
The fact that they would choose to elect to have a female when they were so bent on not having a female just tells how much they dislike Damien. Yeah. It wasn't the fact that they wanted, because they definitely didn't want a female. The eldest heir was a female before this king, right. So they came, like you said, they chose between the two, and the reason they chose him because he seemed to be kind of weak. His character, he seems
we're gonna get
really,
into that.
yeah. But they didn't want him, but they said, well, we're not gonna pick a female to lead us, so they picked him. And I see from her husband, she's married to the black guy with the dreads.
Yeah.
He keeps throwing. I seen him throw it up a couple times. That who's the rightful heir and who should have been. Right. So you got to watch that storyline. I'm definitely already loving Rhaenyra. That's the daughter, Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra.
Yeah, when she flew in on the dragon, and yeah, she had me already. So I'm definitely team her already. So
yeah, and I should have mentioned that. So the granddaughter that was passed over is married to Lord Corlys with blonde dreads, and I'm watching him because he's got a look, and he's already got his wife. She's got a claim. It's kind of like in Game of Thrones when you had Stannis, and and you had all these other ones, Renly, and everybody wanted to make a claim to the throne, which is why the old king was trying to establish this before he died, and so it wouldn't be a problem. But we know it's probably going to be a problem. And so, yeah, let's talk about the king very quickly, because he, that's how it was in those days. They just chose a bloodline. It didn't mean that the person was best suited for the king. Yeah. And so Daemon, so basically he kind of shuns Daemon from the kingdom at some point because he felt Daemon was being disrespectful, which he was. And at one point, Daemon kind of says, "You're weak. You really ain't built for this," which was kind of, what you kind of got a sense of. He seems like a nice king, but not really.
Yeah, he's really nice. He'll do some things because, as we see what he did with his wife, wife, take her out.
Yeah, he made a hard decision. But King Viserys is not really an iron hand now. But a little bit, she look like she's ready for it.
She's ready.
She's Rhaenyra is seemed like she about that life. Like even when they were putting the stuff on her and proclaiming, she was like, "Yeah, it's about to be real in here." But we already know that Daemon is going to be a villain. If not more people that come out the woodwork.
He's the typical villain. Plus, he got a cold army. We seen them at work how they want to slaughter. So he got them ready.
They don't play. They'll cut you down. Plus, also we got dragons, and he's on a dragon.
He got a red dragon, cold one too. Kind of slender,
like
but
Game of Thrones, where a dragon people are shocked by. They're used to the dragons. Everybody's loaded for bear. But I do want to ask you this though too. So with what we saw with Game of Thrones and things like that, and even I watched some of the earlier ones where they got 10 episodes this season. They're going to do more for House of the Dragon. I'm already kind of looking, because it looks like I watched the next week and all that, and it looks like they're going to age Rhaenyra to an older, I think, which honestly, I don't know if I kind of like the young actress they're using now. I really got to like her, but it seems like she's gonna be aged. And I could be wrong. Maybe it's a different person coming in. I don't know. But the thing that I felt Game of Thrones did well was they stayed with the kids. And so, Arya grew up and Bran grew up. You know what I mean? And all of Ned's kids and Joffrey grew up.
Yeah.
I would hope, because she seems like a very good actress, but if we're going to jump in time, I don't know if, again, it's early, but I don't know if I'm going to like that. What would you feel if they end up jumping in time and kind of changing her character?
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't like that at all.
Yeah.
Because, I'm feeling her as that character, because she looks that Targaryen character, that bleach blonde with those big blue eyes. And she got a certain coolness with her. Kind of like the one from the Game of Thrones. Daenerys. Yeah, she seemed like Daenerys seems like a descendant from her. They same kind of character.
Yeah, and they really did do a good job of that, because they're really trying to stress in this early episode, these are Targaryens.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And her uncle definitely reminds you of Daenerys' brother.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And, that's right. That's who it is. Man, I'm gonna have to remember his name, but yes, because early on her brother was trying to run the show on the
and he was a prince. He was snobby, rich, entitled,
very much,
mean, arrogant, feel like, I run everything, but really ain't that tough. Because as we seen, the uncle's not that tough. The uncle's crazy. He ain't that tough. Remember?
He lost
the jousting scene. Yeah.
He lost in the jousting scene, which I was very nervous because, okay, that's a great point to bring up. Did you think he was going to kill that knight?
I did.
Yeah. See, I thought, and I think the knight was, he was actually, oh man, I forgot the house. Because the thing about it is, guys, you still hear about different houses as well. Like,
he was the house of the, I want to say Baratheon, ain't that?
I want to say Baratheon too. He might have been
the deer
Baratheon.
with the elk.
Yeah, might have been, but
he had that shield.
You hear little houses still kind of, representing throughout this. Is a Targaryen story, but I was like, we're gonna even see this guy's character right now. Is he gonna kill this knight? But he kind of yielded finally. It was a drawn out fight. But yeah, he's not the greatest fighter, which means he's probably going to use some underhanded tricks along the way. But he definitely wants that throne. He's bloodthirsty for it, and I'm sure we'll see some others for it as well.
And he likes the princess. Remember, he went up to her to ask for her.
That's right.
Her flower.
Yeah. And so we're gonna see how that goes play out. But already after this first episode, lines are kind of drawn. So Rhaenyra's anointed one. Viserys says there. Also, I mean, so Rhaenyra is not queen yet. Viserys is still king, but he's got already a health thing. They kind of made a point to highlight something's wrong with him. He has some kind of wound that won't heal. So we don't know how long he's going to be in the picture. The queen already passed. So it's going to be interesting. I just wonder how much they want to make this their own story or branch this off. Now, this is the same guy that wrote Game of Thrones. This is George R.R. Martin, but this is not like as big and expansive as the Song of Ice and Fire books were. As I know, I'm a novice in that. I've not read the books, y'all, so I can't really speak on it. But I think they're going to take some license with some things and maybe speed some things up or whatever. But we'll see. But I was very impressed. I would give this a solid 4 out of 5 for me, for reals. And what would you give this episode?
I'm a little higher, maybe a 4.5. Not quite at a 5, but yeah.
Because it was a lot of hype, it was a lot of hype leading up to this, and a lot of people were like, man, what's up? And like I said, they crashed the server, so everybody was interested in it, and I think people been waiting for another big show.
Yeah, it met my expectations, though, definitely.
Definitely. I was very pleased with it, but I'm already itching to see what's gonna happen next. So we're gonna put this out fast, y'all, because again, episodes tomorrow. It's just been such a busy season, but I was like, man, we got to get this in as soon as we can for this week. Then we can come back. Got some guests, got some people want to holler. But anything else, man, before we go, you want to hit on, or any expectations you want to talk about?
I just hope it be action packed. That's all I'm asking. Yeah. I like the storylines and different things, but I just hope it be action packed.
Yeah, I'll tell you this: that scene for the Queen in labor was a very intense.
Yeah,
and they played it off of the jousting, so they're going back, and the jousting was intense, and then the birthing, and it was very reminiscent of what the I don't think it's the same showrunner for this show as it was for Game of Thrones, but it still was the same guy directed it, but the people that are running it might be a little bit different, but it gave me very intense vibes for sure. So yeah, we might have to start running total as well. So we lost the Queen already, and we lost the heir.
Yeah,
that's 2 so far. And we will see, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I really hope. I like that little actress. She's very good. Actually, let me get her name too. I'm just not calling little actress.
Maybe she does age during the filming of it.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe
they're about to go speed up
Millie
a couple
Alcock.
years.
Okay, her name is Millie Alcock. She's very good. I really enjoyed her.
So if she's about to have some love interests. If she with the Knight, then maybe they need to age her a little bit.
Maybe so, because once you become queen, that's the next part about it. But guys, stay with us. We are going to be on this journey with you guys every week, checking it out. Everybody's talking about it. We know. I mean, but For Freddie people, man, we know what we talking about too. We've been on this as well, man. So Ronaldo, I appreciate you, bro. We're going to keep it going with you as well. We seen it. We got more content coming out. Also, I'm telling these guys, they're supposed to get with that She-Hulk. I don't know if they're doing it yet. Ronaldo is ready. He already ready on that one. I haven't seen the She-Hulk yet. We're supposed to be running both of these at the same time.
It's all right. It's all right. I got a plug. I definitely got a plug that is, I feel, is a little better than She-Hulk.
What's that?
She-Hulk it's all right, but that Tyson dude.
Are you up on that?
On Hulu, Iron Mike. Dude, I haven't seen the character. So we've seen Jamie Foxx and different people do impersonations of Tyson, but this dude is dead on with Tyson.
I saw like the preview. He sounds pretty good like Tyson.
Dead on. His mannerisms, his talk, the different things he does, like he's dead on with Tyson.
The only thing I'm worried about with that show is that Tyson does not give his blessing for it. Like he is not. He's not. He said they really haven't. Either they didn't come to him or he didn't give them permission, but they just kind of doing it. I always get worried about that, but I just saw that full preview like 2 days ago, and I was like, man, this guy's he's talking. He sounds like Tyson.
Yeah. So without him giving his blessing, then you don't know how accurate the content is gonna be. But that actor is playing the mess out of him. But
he's doing good, and that's why it kind of reminds me of that Lakers show that just aired where they kind of took some licenses because a lot of the Lakers weren't really rocking with it, but they did it anyway. So I don't know, but I have to say the actor, he's really. I was like, whoa, that's as good a Mike as I've heard. He really worked on that for sure. So we might keep an eye on that too. We might do like a mid-season recap for that as well. You know, we got a lot coming in the pike, but all right, bro. I appreciate you, man. Guys, you know what the plan is. This is the We've Seen It show, man. Again, y'all got to subscribe to that. You're not going to get this on Channel 5. You're not going to get this not on Mighty Sharp. This is his own feed. We need some subscribers. We appreciate it, guys. But you know what to do. Always be blessed. Stay sharp. Appreciate it, bro.
Yep. God bless.